Hi, Revive Church. I'm Elly from Open Doors Australia. I'm so excited to be with you all today and so pumped to hear about the partnership that your church is entering into with Open Doors. I just wanted to jump on and share a little bit about our ministry and the impact that you are going to be having for the gospel around the world, especially during this time. During this global pandemic, especially, Open Doors has been on the front lines in over 70 nations, providing for the needs of some of the most isolated and oppressed Christians around the world. During this time, these Christians are put further at risk as they're often the last to receive food packages and medical needs. So we've been providing resources and needs to over 125,000 individuals just throughout the last few months, and are continuing to stand with those Christians and more in order to see them survive and thrive, and to continue to share the gospel in some of the darkest regions on the earth. But the thing that I'm most excited about in your partnership with Open Doors is that as a church, you signed up to do a specific project and partnership around North Korea, strengthening and bringing relief to Christians within this region. And I just wanted to share a little bit with you about North Korea and how important the part you're playing in supporting the Christians in this region is. You see, North Korea is the most difficult place to follow Jesus in all the world. I hope you understand that. It's the most difficult place. We actually produce a resource called the World Watch List, which ranks every single nation in the world and how difficult it is to follow Jesus there. And North Korea is number one. You guys are literally sowing into where it is the hardest for believers to stand and follow Jesus Christ. It's illegal for Christians to own a Bible there. It's illegal to be a believer there. And if you are found and discovered to be a Christian, you will most often be thrown into a labor camp as a sign and a warning to other people throughout the region, or in a lot of instances, killed directly on the spot. Believers in this nation know what they're signing up for, that this could cost them their life, and yet they know the price Jesus Christ paid for their life and the gift that salvation is, and so they continue to follow Jesus in this region. So the partnership that you're signing up for is actually to bring relief to these believers, whether that's building safe houses for believers that are able to escape North Korea, or simply providing discipleship materials into this region. I just wanted to share a quick testimony with you guys to encourage you as you begin to pray for these believers that you're supporting in North Korea. Now, this is a bit of an old testimony, but it is one of my favorite stories. It is so incredible just what the Lord is able to do in unreached regions. And I hope it gives you faith to believe for incredible things for this nation. So in 1866, a missionary by the name of Robert Germain, he had been living in China as a missionary and had a heart for Korea. He decided to hop on a boat with hundreds of Chinese language Bibles to take them to Korea and begin to share the gospel. Partway on their trip up to Korea, the boat hit a rock and the Koreans on board thought they were under attack. And so sadly, they actually killed everyone on board. The Bibles were tipped overboard and sank to the bottom of the ocean. But what happened next? No one actually knows, but it is incredible. A few days later, all of these Bibles just began to wash up to shore on the shores of Korea. And a Korean man collected a bunch of these Bibles and took them home and decided to wallpaper them through his house. Over the next 15 years, people would come into the house and see what was written on his walls, and so many people just began to come to Christ. Within that 15-year period, 100 churches were planted within this region where these Bibles had washed up onto shore. Incredible that God actually used sunken Bibles to then be wallpapered, and just through someone's wallpaper, it was able to share the glorious good news of Jesus Christ. Today, there are only 4 churches that remain in North Korea, and these churches are show churches to present religious freedom in a nation that is actually under a severe regime. Timothy, a North Korean believer, he said that he believes that Jesus Christ is able to break through the darkness of the most oppressive regime in the world, and that we shouldn't stop praying and standing with our believers in this region. And so I just wanted to thank you so much, Revive Church, for choosing, hearing the call of the Lord and choosing to partner with your brothers and sisters in this region, where it is the most oppressive place to follow Jesus. And I pray that as you continue on this journey with them, that it wouldn't just be a one-way journey of supporting and praying for these believers, but that on that path, you would find your own strength and faith in Jesus Christ grow significantly. That as you hear their stories, that you would be mentored by their faith, by their lessons that they follow as they follow Jesus in their own nation. That it would impact your boldness and courage to share the gospel even here in Australia. I can't thank you enough for the choice that you have made to partner with this ministry. And I pray that you would feel so greatly encouraged as you go on this journey with us, as we are so encouraged that you decided to partner with us. I'm so excited that I got the opportunity to share with you today, and I look forward to the many times to come, hopefully in person, to come and share about the message of open doors and what Jesus is doing in the darkest places around the world. But know that it isn't possible without believers like yourself. So I just want to thank you. I celebrate you, Revive Church, and know that we're standing and praying for you guys, especially in this time, that as a church, you would continue to thrive in Melbourne to see the gospel reach throughout Australia, as well as in North Korea and all around the world. God bless you guys. We love you, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.